Coffee stains and name chains. I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. LeetCode, beast mode, 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 LeetCode, beast mode. This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and name chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. LeetCode, beast mode, 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 LeetCode, beast mode.
What up, what up? Paul in the building. Chris, what's up? Man, feels like I've been so long since I've been streaming. It's been a while. When was the last time I was live? How's everyone doing though? Paul, how you been? How's work? Same. You been grinding or not? Who did you watch the Super Bowl? Yeah, Paul, what'd you get up to for the Super Bowl? 8 more months. Oh, you only been there for 4? Where did you watch it? Did you watch it from your house or did you go out? Yeah, I don't even know. Just home. Were they supposed to be good or something? I feel like they came out of nowhere. All year I just was hearing other teams like the Rams. Who are you going for? Drake goofed, I heard. He had a terrible performance. Who are you actually cheering for? Yeah. I feel like the last couple Super Bowls were just trash. Was it last year when the Eagles just destroyed the Chiefs? That was kind of trash too. Yeah, that was terrible. Actually, yeah, that you because you want to watch a game where people are actually scoring. That was actually. Did you get to see any of the Super Bowl stuff happening around the city? Did you go out at all? Loki, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is why I watch basketball, man. Ain't no way to go 2 quarters and nothing happened yet. Did you hear the planes fly over you at all? Bro, everybody was in SF this weekend. Every famous person. It was wild. So many black SUVs. Looked like the president of China came back again. And then there's so many concerts every single day. The city was actually lit. I didn't go to any concerts though. I should have went to a concert. Okay. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. But like ethnicity, I'm Filipino. Clorox, what's up? First time I'm seeing you in the chat. Who here did this contest? I heard it was easy. I can tell you I'm not from Toronto though. Are you from Toronto? I'm from Calgary, Alberta. Oh, that's crazy. I'm from Calgary. Yeah, probably. For sure. All right. Who here actually did this contest? We're about to put it in a body bag right before work. I'm operating on my last brain cell too. I was grinding, had to grind out work, and then off for running amok on you. Hey James, I got asked a concurrency follow up earlier. Do you have suggestions on how to study for these OS networking concurrency? What was the concurrency follow up? What did he ask you? And then let's dissect it. Cyclops, what's up, man? Nice to see you. About to body this contest. Oh no way! Congrats, man. Is it for a new grad or intern? Congratulations, man. Let's get it. Where are you gonna be based? Airbnb is a really amazing company, and they pay really good too. So if you lock in, oh, you have one more round. Okay. Yeah, Airbnb is a great company. Hopefully they do good. I like Airbnb. Remote, big pay, public company, so all the stock you get it. Netflix is good too. Any tips on behavioral? Okay, let's see. Honestly, with the behavioral, just list out a bunch of situations in star format. So you should go look up. Do you know what the star format is? I assume a lot of people know. Yeah. So what I would do prepare for my behavioral is I would look up Airbnb behavioral. Here, let me look for something for you. I'll show you behind the scenes of how I prepared. Ramen, what's up? Or where's my behavioral prep? Just make sure I'm not leaking no PII. Summarize the questions here. Whatever. I'll show you. This is a doc that I did. So this is one when I was actually preparing for Meta. Move myself over. Yo, Alpha, what's up? So Cyclops, this is kind of like how I would prepare for Meta. First, make sure you have your elevator pitch down. So I would just have my elevator pitch down. Then I think a lot of the you should be able to answer what project are you most proud of. That pretty much gets asked at every single company that I worked at or that I interviewed for because they want to know what is something you're proud of that you built. So just have your favorite project maybe and then write it out in star format. Another one is handling conflict, such as when was the last time you had a conflict? For some of them, I don't know what toxic company was asking me, but I had to prepare. When was the last time I had a conflict and was right? Usually you have to do it, have a conflict and was wrong. Yeah, I think they changed. I'm gonna make Paul a mod too here. Let me make Paul a mod. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh yeah. There you go. What's it called? When was the last time you had a conflict and was wrong? I think these conflict ones are important. So prepare those ones. Prepare. So this you could see my how I did it. I would for all the common questions, I kind of had a situation, task, action, and result. And then it's like, when was the last time you received constructive criticism? Star format. Then I would have alternatives. Another one is that they like to ask is like one time where you had to collaborate across different teams and departments. I'll get to your question in a second. But you can see how I kind of how I would prepare for them. So I would yeah, I would tie my company stories back to the values in some way. Which your meta behavioral questions? Yeah, this is kind of the process. So you kind of I honestly did this for with a lot of the companies that I worked at that I interviewed at. I can show you. So kind of you'd see like every interview that I had, I would actually go in there and do some prep. We click into Amazon. So for example, let's look into Amazon behavioral questions. I would sort of prepare why Amazon. And this one is kind of different. It's because I would like link it back to customer obsession and stuff like that. Show the offer letters. Oh, I have that too. I'll show you. But you can see that with a lot of these, I link that back. So I would have star format for customer obsession, star format for when I dive deep, star format for ownership. So this is how one way you could tie this back to company values as well. So I try to guess what questions they're gonna ask me, and then I come up with a couple star format questions. And that doesn't need to be in depth like this, but I just went crazy. I was trying to get a job. Yo, appreciate you, bro. Going to feel. All right, and in this folder, I have all the offer letters that I have. Which one do y'all want to see? No, I was kidding. There's some personal information that I can't share my address and Govy. Y'all want to see the meta one? Should I click it? So no, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's body this. What kind did you just kind of paraphrase during the interview from your written answers? Turn that into a short. Maybe I'll show one. Let me look at what it shows. Okay. Yeah, I kind of just paraphrase. I would just Cyclops. I would just remember the situation, the task, the action, and the result at a high level. But the only reason why I write through it, why I write them down, is because I write them down, then I analyze it to see if I could go deeper on those bullet points or say something better. So I make sure I write everything down and then I try to improve it. Sometimes I use AI to improve it, but AI wasn't really a thing when I was prepping for those behavioral. I think it's just important to, you should have questions for the basic, or you should have answers for the basic questions. Like, definitely have a really good elevator pitch for the first 1 to 2 minutes. Definitely be able to talk about your favorite project. Talk about times when you had conflict. Talk about times when you had to juggle multiple priorities, right? Those are the most common ones. And then if the company is very cares a lot about their values a lot, then you should probably prepare some questions or some answers related to the values. So for example, Amazon really cares about their values a lot. So you know that they're going to ask you. Um so you should prepare for that. And then you, if you know that the company is in a specific space such as AI or maybe security, you should prepare some questions like that. So for example, I interviewed at a security company, and then one of the questions they asked me was, what is a time where you had to dive deep into security, or what is a time when you had to push code that had a lot that had the chance to be a security vulnerability, for example. They said something like that. And I wasn't prepared, but I should have been prepared because the company focused on security. So I couldn't think of a good example off the top, but then afterwards I thought of good examples. So I realized, yeah, that's when I realized it's super important for me to prepare. Yeah. Or yeah, just kind of do what I similar to what I did there. Let's see. I got a lot of security vulnerabilities on my thing too. Let's see. I'll show you one more time if you want to take a picture or something. Yeah. Here's some more prep. So contest about to start probably. Well, I'm doing virtual. So this is one where they cared about the values. So run through walls, for example, ownership, results speak loudest. So I prepared some star format related to the values. Then I would just prepare some of the basic stuff, such as when have you displayed ownership? Tell me about a time you took considerable amount of scope, customer obsession. What's the time you fixed a gnarly production issue? Some of these you talk to the recruiter and they tell you what kind of stuff they might ask you, then you prepare ahead of time. But yeah, I would suggest prepare ahead of time if you definitely don't want to fumble the the interview. If you, and also I reuse a lot of these questions myself. Alpha, you just wing it. You and Paul, y'all just wing those contests, or you just wing the. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't really prep for behavioral, but I don't know. I like to. Yeah, you put star format in it. Makes sense. I don't know. They exactly. What do you mean heuristic matched? All right, let's see what the other guy was saying. Let's see this contest. Okay, what did someone say? Someone said, "Hey, please tell me how to improve my DSA. I don't know why I just can't sometimes think of solution, but if I think of solution, I can't code sometimes. Just sounds like you just need more practice. You just need to improve your lead code skills and do it systematically, probably. So I don't know much about how many questions you've solved, but you like it's all just practice. If you've solved under 100 questions and you then DSA is still gonna be hard, but once you get to 300 questions, it's gonna be a lot easier for you. What should be your daily routine? Okay, what have you watched my video on how to get good at LeetCode? I haven't specifically talked about this. Oh, you watched it already, so you understand. Yeah, you need to do you need to do 250, 300 questions. I only saw myself getting better after the first 100. Then I noticed a lot of improvements, and after 300 I was pretty confident. But then after that, it's easy to go from 300 to 600 and not get any better. That's so you kind of had to from 300 to 600 you could spend a lot of time spinning your wheels and not getting any better if you choose the wrong questions. So I think from 300 to 600 to 700 you need to actually grind and try harder things. While solving a particular question, what should be your approach? Your approach should be open up the question, try to do the question in 20 to 25 minutes. If you don't see the answer, if you don't understand the question or how to get the answer, look at a couple hints, and then from there, if you still can't figure it out within 30 45 minutes, just look at the solution. Holy, you got 2500s elo or questions? Oh, elo. Can you do my sheet review? Where's your sheet? Sure, if you could, if it lets you send. Damn, 2500 is crazy. Strivers A to Z. Did you make that sheet yourself? Extreme level. That would work, Paul. That I think that would hit probably. I don't know about the extreme part. Let me see. Takes on the extreme level. It would probably hit. Jacob, what's up? Thanks for checking in. Do you do resume reviews? Sometimes, maybe not today, because we're gonna do this contest. Yo, Jacob, I'll show you real quick how we're progressing. So, what the? Yo, LeetCode is down? Oh no, Code Forces is down. But my Code Forces rating is 1092. I think my goal for the year was 1600. So, making progress towards there. My LeetCode, it dropped from the last contest, but it's around 1745. And my goal was pretty much only 2000. Bonkers better tackles. Maybe cracks with TJ Algo. Yeah, Paul, I'd have to think about that one. I would throw to ChatGPT and just look at the different variations. But 2500, if you can, yo, XV or ZVX, what's up, man? Look, there's only 5,000 or 6,000 users have over 2,250 elo. I think no, that's a good title. I would just like think about the extreme one. I think that still would hit, but maybe something like it might not be that clear when somebody reads it. What do they mean by extreme? But we're Jacob. So yeah, pretty much what we have so far is 1745 contest rating and dude, Code Forces is down. But yeah, who actually did this last contest? Let's just grind it out real quick. Paul, I'll think about that. I'll think about that title. You could even just A/B test a couple ones. All right, let's see. Let's just start knocking these out. People said this one is easy. This contest. Nice. Jacob, it's actually honestly staying consistent is the hardest part because there's so many things just that just keeps coming up. I'm so like I want to just spend all my time working on AI stuff, but I know I have to focus on these goals that I already set out myself. All this AI stuff is like a shiny new object always in your face with all this new stuff that comes out. You want to try it, you want to build this, you want to build that. But then you just gotta stay consistent. You set some goals and try to hit it. But as soon as I hit my LeetCode and Code Forces goals, I'm gonna play around with some of the AI stuff that I've been trying to get to. Holy, I haven't done LeetCode in a while. Facts Alpha. Ah, all right. What do we got here? Tens, what's up? You're given an integer array nums of length n. An element at index I is called dominant if nums I is greater. Yo, Alpha, you gotta come out to the next YouTube event. An alpha element at index I. You should time it? Alright. Cool. Oh shoot. Yeah, they'll let you in. They'll let you in. That's good. Nah. They'll let you in. Your channels your videos are popping off. Oh, it's just a YouTube Super Bowl party. They had one here in SF. You are given an integer array nums, but there's dude, there's a lot of events though, not just Super Bowl one. Probably every month they have one. Some in LA, a lot of them in LA, because they like to connect the YouTubers in LA. You're given an integer array nums of length n. At an element of index I is called dominant if I is greater than the average of I plus 1. It's pretty much greater than if it's greater than the average of the numbers to its right. Your task is to count the number of indices I that are dominant. The average set of numbers is the value obtained by adding all numbers dividing by the sum. Okay. There's like a prefix sum. Okay. There's kind of like a prefix sum. Yeah, I'm down. Come through. Let's see. So we'll just do a quick prefix sum here. Sum here. Averages. Kind of easy. The average set. Yeah, I met the YouTube CEO. Was that the first time I met him? Oh, I just seen him on stream. I seen him on speed stream before. He's pretty chill. He's a nice guy. He's always around though. I feel like I might have seen him one time other before that. Averages. So my favorite guy I met was this guy, Humphrey. The favorite guy I met was this guy, Humphrey Yang. He said he's gonna hop on the. He said he's gonna hop on the stream and talk about personal finance. I just need to message him, follow up. But I actually watched this guy's videos. I've been watching it for the last couple weeks. Even for the last month, I've seen a lot of his videos. And then first person I seen when I walk into the party was him, which is crazy. And Marcus cook video. Facts. You have zero watch time on any YouTube. What do you mean? Where do you check that? How do you see the watch time? Oh no, because I'm here as a I I'm like tuned in as a guest. Alright, what do we do? Nums. -1. So we have to start from the back. We don't even need to we don't even need to store average. We just current sum. We just need the current sum. Yeah, and then we just divide that. So, holy, I haven't done LeetCode in a week and I already feel rusty. So for so we need to go from here. We start with 3. We do, if you do n squared so you can code it faster. Yeah, I would. Oh, yeah, I would have took a L. Yeah, I should have done an n squared. You're right. I didn't think about that. That's actually what you need to do in these contests. I'm sad. Holy, I'm calling this so. If nums of I is greater than if nums of I is greater than current sum divided by size, then increase this. All right, first one down. Let's go. We'll see the ranking. Oh, you can't see the ranking. I'd have ranked 20,000 for going that slow. Yeah, you. When I do these contests in real life, I try to go way faster, though, obviously. Okay. You're given an integer array nums. You repeatedly apply the following merge operation until no more changes can be made. If any two adjacent elements are equal, choose the leftmost such adjacent pair in the current array and replace them with a single element equal to their sum. After each merge operation, the array size decreases by 1. Repeat the process on the updated array until no more changes can be made. There's like a stack question. There's like a stack question. This is like the asteroid question. These link up and become 2. Yeah, it's like an asteroid question. I just honestly, the asteroid question is pretty intuitive. Even the first time I saw it, it made sense. Who the hell is Jackson Smith? Yo, people come on and say the funniest stuff. Who the hell is Jackson Smith? Oh, yeah. Wait, is this guy Asian? Can you order? Can you say the order of DSA in Python? All right, I'm gonna send you the video and then go watch this. I'm gonna have to keep this pinned. All right, so please say slowly. 3. So this will turn into 2. Okay. Yeah. If. Man, I can't say it slowly because I'm in the middle of a contest. Jacob, what's your ranking on Code Forces in LeetCode? Or stack.append. No. Else. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. If okay, wait to see this. 3 stack. You already solved, or blood. You already solved this, so you could do 3, 1, 1. When 1 comes in, we're gonna have to merge this. So I think we just need to, if it's equal, we just do stack dot pop. Because what if it's another 1? Stack dot pop. Yeah, I think we just do stack dot append plus. Something like that. Because if there's a bunch of 1s, or what if there's a 2, and then a 4? Yeah. The only time that it would ever stack is if it's 1, and then you put back the 2, and then you go to 2. Yeah, something like that should work. No way, it got cooked. That would have cost me 2 2. The 2. 2 1. And when the 1 comes in, oh yeah, because you have to catch that case too. Okay, how would I solve that? I had to put like a while loop. That would have cost me in the cons. I was thinking the while loop initially. But then the current number changes because it joins. This becomes 2. While stack and while the stack exists, and 2, something like that. Let's go. Holy, that would have cost me big. Okay, I gotta really focus. I feel like I'm going way slower on this stream. Count subarrays with cost less than or equal to k. Given an integer array nums and an integer k. A subarray is a contiguous, non-empty sequence of elements within an array. For any array left to right, define it as the cost between integer k for any subarray. Okay. The max of left to right minus the minimum of left to right times the length. Return an integer denoting the number of subarrays whose cost is less than or equal to k. Okay. So it's pretty much the max minus the minimum times the length. All right. How would we approach this? So you're given array nums at integer k for any subarray. Okay. All right. We need the number of subarrays whose cost is less than or equal to k. And then it shows us the cost. The cost is max minus min times length, essentially. So I mean, a brute force would be O of n squared, which is essentially generate all subarrays and count them up. Can you even do that here? No, 10 to the 9 you can't. So we probably need to look for the O of n. Or it might not be, yeah, O of n or O of n log n. So length is 10 to the 5. O of n solution is 10 to the 5. Paul, I like that fabricator thing. I haven't tried those, Paul. What is that, Paul? Miracle. Is that AI? Oh, okay, yeah, that thing is so nice. It's clean. Three, four. Yeah, this question makes sense. Whose cost is less than or equal to 4? There are 5 subarrays whose... Okay, it's less than. Okay. If my max... Okay, let's think about this a bit. Three minus 1. Essentially, for each subarray, we just need to know the min and the max. So if I'm at 3, I'm trying to think if I could do it fast. If I'm at... So if I'm 3, I know my max. I know my max. My max is 3. For any subarray of nums, the maximum and minimum length values are... Okay, I gotta lock in on this one. This one's kind of difficult. Let me think. You're given an integer array nums and an integer k. For any subarray nums L to R, define its cost as the maximum minus the minimum. How does the length affect? Turn intergenerating number of surveys numbers whose cost is less. Okay. Let me think about this. We have one. How many subarrays? Well, that's less than one. That counts. 3. How does the length? I'm trying to think about how does the length affect the result. I guess the longer the length, the worse. The longer the length, the worse for me because it can go over pay. So if I have a 3, what kind? I'm just trying to think. I can have myself. I can go with or I can match up with a 1. I can match up with a 2. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Wonder if we could do a binary search. Like, I'm wondering if I can use like a binary search. This question's kind of cooked. Could it be a sliding window? We know the man. I've never done a question like this before. The examples are kind of trash. Yeah, maybe you could do a sliding window because once a max gets higher, because once you see a min, it's over for you. Or when you see a high min, once you see a min, once you see a min, you same with max. So the gap only grows or gets worse. So I think so the gap only grows and gets worse with one, three. So if I have like a left and right pointer, I can figure out if I have a left and right alpha house, alpha clan. That'd be crazy. That would be funny. Imagine they sponsored that. Word. We actually should. So it only gets larger. Then if it breaks here, then we're good. So we have one, two, three. Okay. Grow. Where's that? What up? Grow the grow the right window until can't anymore. Then shrink. Grow the right window until it can't anymore. If it goes over K, so it goes over. Yeah, Super Bowl is kind of boring. Farzan, did you go out for it? I was at San Pedro Square in in San Jose, and then somebody got shot. I didn't see it though. Count those up. Shrink. Shrink until it's under K. What do y'all think about this? Grow the right window until it can't anymore. If it goes over K, then shrink it until it's under K. Yo, that's basically what this. I think this nums right here gave it up. But now we just need to be able to track the min and the max. How's my calendar looking? Next week, not next week, but next week I'm traveling. So it'd have to be the next week after that. Alpha, how's your calendar these days? Yeah, exactly. No, we have a long weekend. So but I am gonna be in New York in March. Yeah, yeah, Paul, we might have to get you on these mocks, man. We're getting too there's too much inbound right now. We gotta set up Paul's Calendly. Too much inbound. Oh yeah, yeah, hit me up if you're NYC. Chill in person. Blood, where are you interviewing for? Okay, wait. How are we gonna track the min? Yeah, but we could do it IRL. How do we check the min and max? So essentially, I just grow. I need to know the min. Know the min for my window. Know the min max for my window. If I move the left over, if I move the left over, could I use heaps? What is the sorted? What would the sorted list do for us though? Okay, let's assume we have a sorted list. It'll just tell us 1, 3. So it'll tell us the min and max. But how do you pop stuff out? I haven't used sorted list before. Yo, Blood, what school do you go to? Nice. Okay. Can you use sorted list? I've never tried it. What's the speed of remove? So when you Farzan, when you do a remove, do you just call remove? So suppose we remove one, we just call a remove. So it's gonna be log n. So the pretty much gonna be n log n. You call remove? Yeah, I was thinking you passed the value. So we have 134, and then we remove here. Okay. We're gonna copy this. How hard is the last question? What are the operations here? Give me a TLDR. Okay, we're adding. Holy, I was so tired today. I put up like a 12-hour shift. Yo, every if I leave the office at 7 or 8, people are still there. I only left there at 7 because I go to gym from 5 to 6:30 essentially. Then I eat and then I'll probably work for 30 more minutes or an hour than I do. Head in at 9, so I probably work 9 hours a day, 8 to 9. But if you work Alpha, I was having a conversation with somebody like that about this, where there are diminishing returns when you work longer than 8 or 9 hours, but there's still a return. So you could work efficiently for 8 to 9 hours, and then you could grind out the next 5 to 6 hours of trash work because you're so tired. But you're still gonna perform a little slightly better. You're still gonna pump out a little bit more than that person only worked the 8 to 9 hours. So exactly. So there's diminishing returns, but there's still a return, and some people are willing to take that little hit in order to get that little edge. And it's a game of margins. Once everyone is so good, if you just show you're a little bit better, it could be make it or break it. So you get the min and the max. While left is rest and current. While left is less than right and current k is greater than k. We're gonna have to remove. While left and current k. Because after we remove that element, so damn, gotta lock in. Okay, now I finally learned sorted list. This was part of my. Oh, in alpha, you could actually run whatever you want. Oh no, you can't in code forces because you have to submit the code. Where did we get to 3-3? Wait, what am I doing wrong here? What's AOC? Oh, I pretty much solved all those questions except for like one question. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I solved that one. I solved that one after the hint. After everyone gave me the hints. What? Wait and see. Oh, we might have to increase the result here. Being cooked. Left, right. So yeah, I only counted 4 there. Okay. Let me just run this. Let's fix this test case first. we have our left and right. Slowly. So we have our left and right. For right in range. So it starts at 0. Then we add, in our sorted list, we add 1. That This would always hold. Ayush, what's up? This will always hold. So result equals res equals. Now we move the right pointer up. 3 times 1. 3 minus 1 equals 2 times 2 equals 4. What was I doing? Oh no. Wait, when do we add? Okay, we add 3 here. So when we get to 3, that counts. So this equals there. Then what do we do here? 2. Do we need to go back? Yeah, that goes over k. What's k? K equals 4. Sorts it like this. So now we have to shrink. Piyush, what's up? Holy. Bro, my brain is not working today. And I'm trying to figure out how to. So we have our result. We're only incrementing it at the end. Let's see what we're missing. But we just stop. What's going on here? Mohammed, what's up? Wait, let me take a step back and think about this. I just need to trace it through, but then I'm just being cooked. Okay, let's just trace this through properly. 1. What's the do max minus min times length. If an array of length 5 is valid, how many subarrays? If an array of length, oh, damn, my hip is cramping. All right, if an array of length 5 is, how many subarrays of that are also valid? Does it depend on the values in there though? Okay, this is valid. Let's go like this. Use a max heap. I would have got cooked on it. Yeah, so I just like this is like a trick a bunch of the times, bro. Honestly, I need to remember figure out why that would work. Suppose we have I'm lagging in a way. Okay, I need to review that question. Holy Maximus, give me a LeetCode hard. All right, we're ranked. I'm my brain is lagging, bro. If anything, dude, that's terrible. Why did you need it? Why do you need such high bitrate, Alpha? Because you're just using a code editor. So all of the okay, you're given an integer array nums1 and nums2 of length n and m respectively, and an integer k. You must choose exactly k pairs of indices I1, J1, I2, J2. Choose k indices. For each pair chosen ij, you gain, or what is this? I1 is, does this mean the index or the value? I think the indexes are smaller. Is you gain a score of okay. I feel like this might be some DP because you need to choose one from here, and then you need to figure out where it chooses you need to figure out where it's gonna choose, where it's gonna like your decisions affect later decisions. If I match with 4 here, what will be the best result that I can get to my right? So if I choose 4, then the best result would need to come from. So if k equals 2, if I choose 1, what will be the best result? Wait, what's the constraints? 100 times 2 length 100. One optimal pair is this. Yeah. So the optimal pairs. And okay, let me think about this. So I think we kind of need to. If I match 1 and 4, that will give me a score of 5 times the best of what I can get from here. This kind of reminds me of that substring problem. Let's see if there's some way I can cache. Like edit distance. I don't remember edit distance. I remember a problem where you kind of had to match substrings. Or longest common longest common sequence, subsequence. I think we got 30 minutes. Time's already 10. To be honest, I don't remember how to solve that, but I think let's just figure this out. Open up some Excali draw. Good night, man. Good luck at work tomorrow. Farzan, are you still in the same company or no? This. If I make this decision, it affects. Damn. Paul, just pull up to NYC yourself and use those meta discounts. But yeah, offsite would be sick. Is a lot of your team there? I see. That makes sense. If I choose 0 and 0, I think we need to cache on index and state. Cache on index or okay, if I choose this one, what's my best result if I only have one? Obviously the largest. What if I have two? Well, I could pick -2. But what if I don't want to pick -2? I want to pick some other number here. How will I know to forgo that decision? Maybe I just do it for every single k. What's the largest k? K is less than equal to n and m. Maybe I memorize on k. What would k equals 1 would just be the largest. If I pick 2, it would be the largest. What would be a brute force? Let me think of a brute force. It would be a brute force would just be pick every two element then recurse on it. So I'd pick this, recurse. Then I'd pick and then recurse. So I'd pick these two, then recurse with k minus 1. So that would sort of be, you'd kind of get I, j, and a k. That's a might be a very large state. Where I and j is where you start. Or maybe I, j. If I pick this, then I want to figure out with these pointers, how would I do with k minus 1? To see how this would go. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we go 0. Do I only need to care about the j? Chat, what are we thinking? Damn, we need to study DP. Maybe brute force would probably just be choose 0 and 0. And then recurse. So we choose 0. Suppose k is equal to 2. So what we do is, then we do this. That would be the first iteration. And the next iteration would be like this. Then the next iteration would be like this. Then this. This. And this. But then you need to apply that recursively. That would be a pretty bad algo. If I choose, if I take any two, yeah, let me get some water. This one's cooking me. I need to think about this one. What I do? Bro, I forgot how to do that longest common subsequence LCS problem, DP problem. I mentioned that earlier. This one reminds me of that LCS DP problem. When you're first trying to get good at this, how long would it take for you to grind enough study problems for a topic to get a good understanding before moving on? Probably I would spend no more than a few days on a specific topic. Once you could just start doing a bunch of the questions fast. Also, I'm gonna actually do this for DP because I haven't touched up on dynamic programming in a while. I need to study it up again. But probably you should stay on a topic for 3 days at max, 4 days at max. Even if you get a whole 1 to 2 days grinding the topic, I think that should even be good enough. Okay, let me see if I can remind myself. I got a I kind of remember the slowest comment. Do we just cash on I, J, and K? I is the start here. So this is how I remember, but that's how I remember lowest common sequence, but I can't figure out. Yeah, maybe we just cache. What if we just do a double for loop? Or I would be here. Suppose. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna try to pump it up. We have 5 more minutes. Do we just need a double for loop and then cache IJK and then have a max? Oh no, we need like a backtracking. All right, chat. I'm gonna come back stronger tomorrow. I need to focus on DP. I should be able to solve these even while tired. Otherwise, I won't ever be able to solve them in a contest. I'm not. I'm not dipping yet. I'm solving these. I. It went out of bounds. We're trying to maximize. So do. or holy, I'm just coding this up for muscle memory right now. Don't fix it out there. My brain stopped functioning already. J. So you take I times J times plus. All right, what's going on here? We just need to store the highest result in the cache. Oh no. Oh no, we just need to return the highest result. Oh, we just need to return. Okay, yeah, because we call result from 0, 0. Yeah, we just need to return self dot recurse. Return. 8 minutes, 8 minutes. How did that not even work? Wait, that's not how it works. Chat, what's wrong with this? This is my condition here. Oh no, for each J. For this eye, no, this condition is cooked. Does it even make sense? What are we doing? Choose it? Just make a choice or not choice? Raj, what's up? Choose. Go like this. Yeah, it's crazy. Respect. Thank you. One of my friends made it. What's going on? You recurse? Sorry, I'm just so chopped right now. Return type long, but it was returning negative infinity. That was the problem. What do you usually code in? Damn. Shay, what's up? Wait, what's going on? Why doesn't this work? Yeah, yeah. Return that. That's why I'm trying to put float negative infinity, right? So it can maximize. You put it. Why doesn't float negative infinity work? Bro, I don't even know what's going on here. Why did I return negative infinity? But it shouldn't even get to float infinity, right? There should be it should hit some other base case. It's all good. Took it all. Shouldn't even hit zero there. It shouldn't even hit float infinity. It should return. But then there should be some result, right? What's the result here? Wait, what? But why is it even returning negative infinity? It should return -7. Oh, I see. So it never gets to the point. It never got to the point where it chose two. Oh. Oh, okay. I just need, dude. I just need to move this condition up. Yeah, I just need to move that condition up. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Man, that contest shouldn't have been that hard, man. What happened here? It's still TL lead. What am I doing wrong? God, such a noob. All right. This is why I like to stream in the mornings. That's cool. Please. At least we still learned something. Then I just need to look over it in the morning and refresh myself. Time limit exceeded again? What's the time? It's 10:42. Just go at LRU. This is what some people do. Oh, we need to early return to. Oh, we could early return here too if I is greater than. If we have I. Should we do this too? Like a early return here too, so we don't overdo it. What time? Let's go. That was a terrible performance. All right, 4 questions right there. Not happy with that performance at all. I need to work on my dynamic programming. I've been putting it off for way too long. I need to spend like 3 days, 4 days solving every dynamic programming question in the book. Like a week. At least we learned sorted list. You day. What is that question? Is it help with this sort of question too? Is it similar? What does it say what we would have ranked? We did it. 3,000 AKs. I'm not happy with that performance at all. I gotta stop working. I gotta try less at work so I have more brain power. And I need to study dynamic programming. Prequel of the current question. Yeah, quit. I'd rather get my rating on LeetCode up than a promotion. I can't lie. I need to debrief why my energy was low. I know where my my gaps were on this one. I need to review. That was crazy. I feel like honestly though, if I did this contest, I probably would have only got 2 out of 4 anyways, cause those are my weak points. But thanks, chat, for the hints. We grinded it out. Some days you're not feeling good. Your brain's not working, but you still need to grind it out, honestly. That's the main thing. I was tired. I wasn't even about to stream, but I said it's been too long that I didn't stream. Had to pump out the weekly contest. Somebody told me that it was easy. Someone told me that the LeetCode contest was easy, but I still couldn't solve it on my. But I mean, it's all good. You still just gotta grind it out. Everyone have a good day at work, at school, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Thanks for all the help, everyone. And I'll try out that question. I'm gonna take a picture of that question. I'll try that out first thing in the morning. And maybe I'll just grind DP for the next week or so. Pause. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next stream and I'll be much better hopefully. We still got all 4 questions eventually with the help of the chat, but alright, have a good night. Am I gonna stream the next LeetCode contest? Maybe virtual or right after, but I don't usually stream Rostov at Coder DP contest. Alright, I'll check that out. I don't usually stream the actual contest because it's not allowed. I'll get banned. But okay, thanks for all the advice. I'll try the AdCoder DP contest. We're gonna focus on DP this month, and then we'll see where it takes us. But I'm gonna wake up early and grind code forces. That's my goal. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in and watching me code that up super slow. I'll see y'all in the next stream.
Coffee stains and in my chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. LeetCode, beast mode, 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 LeetCode, beast mode. This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and in my chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. LeetCode, beast mode, 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 LeetCode, beast mode.